Hello, English time, people who are, no, where are you? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello, I'm fine. And you?
There. Good, man. Good, very good. Nice to hear you. Nice to have you in the class, man. What about Sylvie? Are you there or are you at the bus?
I think she's at the bus right now.
Okay, let's wait for a moment so
Yeah.
she can talk. And let's go with Rafa. Are you there, man?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
All right, let's go. Perfect. Let's do this. We have a mission today. One of the most important things that we are going to correct from you today is to make you pronounce perfectly. Okay? Yes, of course, we are going to check some grammar. Yes, we are going to check some listening. We are going to focus on listening. But precisely because we are focusing on listening, you need to pronounce perfectly so you can understand perfectly. There is a massive connection between your pronunciation and what you understand. When you don't understand American people talking, it's probably because you are not familiar with the pronunciation of the word. Think about the word. What can be a good word? A good word would be. I saw a word before your class. Let me search. Comparison. Let me check what was the word. Yes. Think about the following word. Let's talk about the importance of pronunciation. This is lesson number 59. 43, 52, 59. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about the importance of pronunciation. When you see this word, what is the first pronunciation that you think about? How do you pronounce this word? Fragile, okay. Another Another idea on how do you pronounce this word? Everybody agrees that it's fragile?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So then we check this word, and you hear other people speaking this word, and you hear this.
Arts to support our fragile sense of self. We slip.
What did you hear? I repeat.
Arts to
Fragile.
fragile sense of self.
Fragile. Well, she didn't say fragile. Listen again. Let me turn on the volume.
Self. Them as spare parts to support our fragile sense of self.
How did she pronounce the word?
Parts to support our fragile sense of self.
Pronunciation?
Fragiles.
Fragile. It's impossible that it's plural. It cannot be fragiles. Probably the next word is sense.
Parts.
So the S corresponds to the second word. Right? But the pronunciation of this word, can you repeat, Rafa?
Fragile.
Exactly. Fragile. Let's check another.
Acidic, the skeletons of corals are becoming porous and fragile. This is
What did she say?
Fragile.
Fragile, you see? So there was a different pronunciation from the previous person, and it's very interesting that both of them are American, right? The first person was American, she said fragile. The second person was American, and she said fragile. So there is a massive, massive issue when American people pronounce words in a different way. Probably, if you hear people saying fragile, probably you will understand. And then another person says fragile, and all of a sudden, I don't understand the word. Oh my God, what happened? No? Well, the importance of pronunciation comes because if you are familiar with the two pronunciations that you have in the word, in this case, fragile or fragile, you can understand any person who can speak the word. Here you have fragile, which is in British,
Fragile.
and here we have fragile, which is American.
Fragile.
But as you can see, also some American people pronounce fragile. Depends on the accent, no? Definitely, pronunciation is a tool we need to master in order to understand a native speaker. If you don't pronounce correctly, you will not understand American people talking. Your pronunciation is directly connected to how you understand words. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I'm agree.
Awesome. Well, all this is, or I am speaking about that because today we are going to get familiar with our tool that we use to pronounce. Some of you may be familiar with this strategy. Some of you may be super. This strategy will be totally new for you. The name of the strategy is the recognition of sounds by symbology, and this symbology is called the soundboard. Okay, this is the soundboard of American phonetics. And this soundboard contains all the different sounds that you emit in the language in English. We have seen these symbols and we are familiar with these symbols because we study them on the dictionary. In the dictionary, you will always see these lines that contain the symbols to correspond to the correct pronunciation of each word. When you have a question about the pronunciation of words, you need to consult the soundboard. Okay? Oh wow, what happened with my presentation? Sorry. There we go. So I am going to make a demonstration on the soundboard so we can everybody understand the symbols, right? If you have a question on something, take notes so you can remember the nouns, the sounds of each different sound. Okay? Let's listen to that.
E, 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 E,
E, E,
A, A,
A, A, ear, ear, air,
I, I,
I, I,
A, A,
eh, eh,
A, A,
ah, ah,
Er, Er,
er, er,
Oo, Oo,
ooh, ooh,
Or, or,
Uh,
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 ah,
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 I, I,
I, R, R,
Ow. Say that with me. Ow,
ow, ow,
Ah. Say that with me. Ah,
aw, aw,
Oi, Oi,
oi, oi, or,
Oh. Say that with me. Oh,
o, o,
Y, Y,
y,
Er, Er, W, W, B, B, V, V,
v, v, V. V.
T. Say that with me. T. D. Say that with me. D.
D. D.
Ch. Ch.
Ch. Ch.
J. J.
J. J.
S. S. Z. Z.
Z.
Sh. Sh. J. J.
J.
K. K. G. G. Mm. 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 Mm.
라리르레로
D.
Oh. Oh. The schwa.
And done.
Er.
As you can see, it's a lot of information, right? It's a lot of information. So we need to try to get familiar with all these symbols, okay? If you are worried, don't be worried. You can do this. It's a lot of information. So let's practice, okay? I'm going to, please everybody activate your microphones. We are going to practice each sound so we can pronounce these words in the vocabulary for today, okay? The idea, today we are going to read. And if you read, you don't have the reference for listening, no? So you need to have the ability to correct your pronunciation. Let's start. Everybody pronounce. The first sound is a vowel. Okay, repeat after me. E.
E.
A.
A.
Ear.
Ear.
Everybody, ear.
Ear.
Perfect. Air.
Air.
E.
E.
Yeah.
Air.
Er.
Er.
U.
U.
Ur.
Ur.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
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 I.
I.
R.
R.
Au.
Au.
O.
O.
Oi.
Oi.
Or.
Or.
Ooh.
U.
Yeah.
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 Better. Er.
Er.
Wa.
Wa.
Ah.
Ba.
Ba.
V.
Mhm.
V.
Mm.
Da.
Da.
G.
G.
Z.
Z.
Sh. Z.
Z. Ga.
Da.
Ga.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
mm,
Mm.
ra,
Ra.
l.
Mm.
And the schwa sound,
Oh.
er. Again,
Ah.
er.
Er.
This is the schwa sound. The difference between the schwa sound and the rest is that the schwa sound has no stress. No stress means it's a weak sound. How do you know there is a weak sound? You can know that because of the dictionary. In the word Mexico, you will have the strong syllable is the first syllable, no? In Spanish, we have an explicit accentuation symbol, no? So the first syllable is super strong, Mec. The final syllable, O, is weak. So the pronunciation is Mexico. No?
Mexico.
That's right. This is the schwa sound, O, that exists in the bottom of the soundboard. The schwa sound is never strong. So whenever you have a question, hey, where is the strong syllable? The strong syllable is indicated with the apostrophe, and there is no schwa sound. I repeat, the stress is indicated by the apostrophe, and there is no schwa. Do you understand about the schwa? Oh, teacher, I don't understand.
Yes.
Yes, sure. All right.
Could you repeat, please, that part?
I repeat.
That one?
How do you know
Yes.
where is the stress? The stress of the word. The stressed syllable. Let me look at this over here. How do you know which is the stressed syllable? So you have this word, and if you analyze the symbology, you will detect an apostrophe.
Sure.
This apostrophe indicates that the syllable next to it is a strong syllable.
Okay.
Right? So meg is a stressed syllable.
Okay, sure.
The schwa indicates the weak syllable. Weak is a contrary of strong.
Yes.
So Mexico, thanks to the schwa and the apostrophe, I understand what is the principal, the strongest syllable.
Okay.
Got it? That is going to be your guide for the pronunciation. With this information, you will pronounce the words properly. Let's start. We are going to pronounce this word. Pronunciation, go Robert.
Researcher.
What is the stress syllable?
The first syllable is the stress.
Exactly. So what is the pronunciation?
Researcher.
Excellent, researcher.
Researcher.
It's researcher.
But there is an additional pronunciation, you see?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's like researcher.
Exactly. The stress in the second syllable.
Yeah.
You see? Pronunciation, Robert?
Researcher.
That's the first. Researcher. Perfect. The second?
Researcher.
Exactly.
Researcher, researcher, researcher.
It sounds different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two forms of pronunciation. Some words have two pronunciations, others have only one. In this case, you have two, right? A researcher is a person who studies something carefully. So it's a person who examines tests and checks the documentation to study and discover new stuff, right? Scientific researchers, for example, they do investigation. Understand, researcher? Questions, researcher?
Yeah, it's like a scientist.
Like a scientist, yes, but it can be also not necessarily scientists. It can be, for example, a person in the, let's say, a journalist for the newspaper. That can be a researcher too,
Well, yes.
you know, or
Yeah.
the police. The police are researchers as well.
Detective.
Usually, this word is more usually going to science, but not only science.
Okay.
Right. Very good. Let's go to the next one. Go. We're going to go to a very simple verb. Pronunciation, Isaac.
Tell.
Good.
Tell.
But of course, we are not going to use definition number 1 because that's too easy. We're going to go to definition number 2. To distinguish, to recognize the difference between one thing or a person and another. Yes, to recognize the difference between one thing or person and another. Check this out. To tell A from B. Look at the collocation, the chunk. Is tell one person from another person. Example, can you tell Tom? Tom is A. Can you tell Tom from his twin brother? His twin brother is B. So, can you distinguish Tom from his twin brother? You see what I mean? This is a different tell. Give me an example using tell, Isaac.
Oh, I'm not sure. I cannot tell between cilantro and how to say the other one. Yes, that one.
That's a very good example. Very good. Very good. That's a very good example. Many Mexican people suffer from that.
Yeah.
Very nice. That was a good example. Okay. The next one. Let's go with the pronunciation. Rafa, how do you pronounce this?
Observing.
Where is the stress?
Up. Observing.
Look at the apostrophe.
Oh, yeah.
The next syllable.
Upsetting.
Exactly.
Upsetting.
Yeah, sorry.
Upsetting. Very good. And this is a description. When something is upsetting, it makes you feel unhappy. It makes you feel anxious. It makes you feel annoyed.
Okay.
right? Can you
There's,
think of something upsetting?
Yeah, my job, I think so.
Your job is
Something.
upsetting?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, okay, complete idea. Give me an example.
For example, have a lot of meetings
Mhm.
makes me feel sorry, upsetting.
Uh-oh,
No?
we have a problem here. It's different to say upsetting, which is the thing that produces the feeling.
Oh, it's an act. Yeah.
No, yeah, the thing is, it's upsetting. Upset exists too. This is an adjective too, but this is the feeling. It makes you feel upset. We are not
Upset.
saying the feeling, we are describing the thing. The thing is upsetting. Check the position of the words.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Try again.
I could see that. Yeah, okay. Um, uh, yeah, have a lot of meetings
Mhm.
is an upsetting experience for me.
Exactly this. Yes, it's an upsetting experience. That's a good application of the word. Excellent. Let's go to the next one. Now we're going to use a chunk. This chunk is super common, and this is considered a B1 vocabulary. Okay? Look at, let me check if this is correct. Yeah, this is correct. Help me with the definition, Robert.
Up to something as far as a particular number, level, etc.
Pronunciation. How do you pronounce this pronunciation? This word?
Etc. No?
Let's check.
Etc. Etc.
Exactly.
Etc.
Etc. Exactly. This T usually sounds ra, 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 re, ri, ri, ru, 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 etc.
Etc.
Exactly.
etc., etc.
Okay.
You see?
Mhm.
So let's read again.
As far as a particular number, level, etc.
That's right. That is correct. So up to something is when you have a limit. This expression of as far as something, as far as is like the limit that you can take. For example, look at this example. I can take up to 4 people, in my car. The maximum limit of people in my car are 4 because it's a small car. Vocho can take up to 4 people. For example, Versa can take up to 6 people, and a Suburban can take up to 10 people. So the limit of people is bigger with the machine. Do you understand up to?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Give me an example, Robert.
Okay, in the second floor, you can drive up to 80 kilometers per hour.
Good. Exactly. In the second floor,
Yes.
What? Second floor.
Well, in the how can I say it's not the highway segundo piso, the second level, or how can I say that?
You're okay. Yes, no. The segundo piso is super. It's a normal reference for Mexican people because this is a
The fast.
like the name.
battle.
No, but it's a cultural name.
Okay.
We know what happened to Andrés Manuel López Obrador, and this is a very cultural thing. The standard name for that is the fast lane, I think. How do you call? How do you say periférico in English? Let me check. Peripheral, no, but dark code, peripheral ring, no. No, what is the name of a fast speed lane? Okay, let's examine this. A passing lane is commonly referred to as a fast lane because it is often used for extended periods of time for through traffic or fast traffic. Passing lane, probably like Tlalpan and Periférico.
Okay.
But I don't know if passing lane is for highways. A car passes a slower moving truck using a passing lane. Ah, no, the passing lane needs to pass the other car. No, this is not the one. Motorway. This is vocabulary, very technical vocabulary, eh?
Maybe in Lingui we can.
No, because Linguist has direct translation.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know the name of periférico. The technical name for periférico in Spanish. What is? Who knows, right? I don't know. I don't know what is a
Freeway.
Is it freeway? A ver, let me see definition. Freeway.
I
Because
didn't watch it yet.
an express highway, especially one with controlled access.
Express highway.
Yeah, yes, I think that that one can apply because in Spanish there's something like vías de acceso controlado. You know these important avenues like
Yes.
Periférico, Zaragoza, and all these avenues in the city.
Exactly. Vías de acceso
So
controlada.
what is
Totally.
highway?
De acceso controlado.
Look at this.
Okay, controlled access highway.
The controlled access highway.
Is like a car song in the lyrics.
In the what? In the lyrics?
The car song and the movie.
Like, okay, the car song. Yes,
Yeah.
of course. I'm all driving all alone. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one.
My life is highway. I think.
Exactly. But I thought highway, the difference between highway and freeway, the highway connects states. And the freeway is for a long period of time in the city.
Okay.
That's the massive difference. So
Like
highway,
an avenida.
no more bigger because you have avenue, you know?
Okay.
The avenue Reforma connects two neighborhoods.
Okay.
But Periférico connects many portions of the city. This is a controlled access freeway.
Okay.
Exactly. And if you go from Mexico City to Querétaro, you take the highway. You see? And these are the three technical words. Jesus Christ. I was not planning this. Jesus, I learned something today. Thank you very much.
Me too.
That's crazy. Control access highway and the freeway, the difference. All right, so then let's repeat your example, Robert.
In the freeway, you can drive up to 80 kilometers per hour.
Exactly, which is the limit, right? That's correct, brother. Very good. Very, very, very good. Let's go to the next one. Go with this. How do you pronounce this, Rafa? You are muted. Cannot hear you. Okay, Rafa is not there, so let's go with Isaac. How do you pronounce this, Isaac?
Oh, no, I don't want. It sounds a little difficult.
You can do this. You can do
Silvana, count out now. No, let me try.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that is I'm just kidding. Is psychological?
Very good. Give me more like this. The schwa sound should sound similar to an
Psychological.
Excellent. That sounds good.
Psychological. Psychological.
Okay.
You see, pronunciation?
Yeah. Psychological.
Psychological, exactly. And this symbol over here should be stronger. J.
Psychological.
Oh, okay. Wait.
It sounds, yes.
It's difficult because you are separating the symbol. Don't separate it. It's together. J.
Which one? Oh, okay.
J.
Yeah, excellent. So one more time.
Psychological.
Sounds good. Much better.
Psychological.
Okay. So psychological. Help me with the definition and the most important example.
Yes. Connected with a person's mind and the way in which it works. The psychological development of children. Psychological.
Perfect. Which is, of course, what is this? An adjective, right? Psychological development is a description collocated before the noun, right? Give me an example, Isaac. This one's easy.
Now I was thinking something similar to the example that we have here. Maybe psychological education is important to develop soft skills or something like that.
Excellent. That's perfect. Excellent. I like it. I really like it. Very good, Isaac. Now, Sylvie, let's go now with you. Now that you finally are here. Pronunciation.
Micro.
Very good.
Micro.
And how do you pronounce this one?
Micro.
Excellent.
Micro.
And this one?
Micro.
Exactly.
Micro.
So the difference is minimum, but it's possible that can be confusing sometimes, right?
Yeah.
There is a combining form, and it says small and on a small scale. right?
Okay.
You have examples like microchip and microorganism. What other example can you think about?
Like a subject of the science, microbiology.
Excellent. The thing about that science is a little difficult. Pronunciation.
Biology.
Look at this.
Biology.
Exactly. Let's try again.
Biology.
What is the biology of small objects?
Micros. I don't remember. How did I say?
Memory.
Yeah, microorganisms. No, that was the example on the screen.
This one.
Microbiology.
Pronunciation.
Sorry, microbiology.
Excellent. That's the pronunciation. Yeah, that's precisely the challenge. You think about a word and you probably assume the pronunciation of the word, and then you hear American people and they pronounce it differently. That's the challenge. Precisely. No problem. That was a very good microbiology. A very good example. Next. Let's go with Robert. How do you pronounce this one?
Diagnose.
Kinda. There are several syllables extra.
Diagnose.
Excellent. Diagnose.
Diagnose.
Very good pronunciation, Robert.
Diagnose.
Excellent. What is diagnose?
Okay, to say exactly what an illness or the cause of a problem is. Okay.
Of course, we are talking about an illness, no? But also, you can talk about machines. When you check the problems in a machine, you diagnose the machine too. It can be medical, or technical. Okay. Example. Oh, by the way, this is a regular verb. Regular verb. Present diagnose, past.
Diagnosed.
Correct. Example.
The diagnosed of the doctor is that I have a little flu, a pretty flu.
We have a problem. You cannot say the diagnose because this is a verb.
Okay. The doctor diagnosed.
Okay.
Is I have a flu.
Is, again, we have a problem. Diagnose is a verb. Is a verb.
Okay, the diagnose.
You cannot say the diagnose because this is a verb.
The doctor diagnosed.
Okay.
The doctor diagnosed. The doctor. The doctor diagnosed. The doctor diagnosed. The doctor diagnosed.
What did the doctor diagnose?
The doctor diagnosed. The doctor diagnosed a flu. The doctor diagnosed a flu.
Exactly. Are you talking in past or in present?
In Okay, the doctor diagnosis. The doctor diagnoses flu.
Good. Now, diagnosis. Are you talking about a routine or what? Because if you're talking about present, you need to tell me a reference for the present. Is it usually? Is it sometimes? It is never? I don't understand the present. Why always? You know, give me something that has context.
Okay. The doctor. Okay. ¿Qué? The doctor diagnoses a flu.
Okay.
In this moment.
In this moment, that doesn't correspond with the diagnosis.
Why not?
Because diagnosis is routine. Every day, sometimes, usually. And in this moment is a different formula. In this moment is ing.
Sí. The doctor diagnosed a flu right now.
In this moment is similar to right now, man. It's the same problem. It's different to talk about a routine, something that constantly happens, than something that is happening, ing, in this moment.
Okay, okay. The doctor diagnosed. Okay, the doctor diagnosing.
Okay, incomplete. What is necessary for verbs in ing?
Verb to be.
Exactly.
The doctor is diagnosing.
Yes.
The doctor is diagnosing a flu.
Excellent. That makes more sense. Exactly. Yeah, because simple examples like I run in the park, well, that's how often, when, why, like giving more context. This is a good example for me too. He's diagnosing.
Okay.
Good. Let's go to the next one. Pronunciation. Rafa.
Neurological.
Perfect.
Neurological.
You are analyzing the symbols. Very good. What is neurological?
Neurological is like I have a neurological problem, and the doctor told me that I have a neurological problem.
Okay, the doctor told me that I have a neurological problem, which is a problem on the nerves.
Brain.
It could be your brain, exactly, or the nervous system. Right? Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next. Go, Isaac.
Accurate?
Kinda. How do you pronounce the symbol?
I don't remember.
Okay, the schwa sound.
Accurate. Okay.
Right here.
Okay. It could be accurate.
Watch out. You're pronouncing A. It's not A, it's A.
Okay. Accurate. It's only right?
Yes,
Accurate.
Good.
Accurate.
Ooh, watch out. No, because you're pronouncing A.
Okay.
But it's not A.
Okay.
Accurate. Rat.
Okay. Accurate.
Excellent. That sounds better.
Accurate. Accurate.
Right. You see?
Okay. Yes.
It's
Accurate.
normal because you are
Accurate.
familiar with the verb. No?
Yes.
So you automatically you pronounce 8. This is not. Accurate.
Accurate.
Perfect. What is
Okay.
accurate?
Correct and true in every detail.
Mhm. That's correct. So when something is super, super, super correct, this is accurate, right? Just in the specific application. Can you think of an example?
Yes. Do you want me to read one example or do you want me another? Different?
Make one. I think this one is easy. Make one example.
Okay. Oh, it's correct and true in very detail. Financial report must be accurate. How do you pronounce accurate?
You are close, eh?
Sorry?
You are close.
Accurate?
You are close. Exactly. Accurate. One more time.
Accurate. Okay. Financial report must be accurate to be presented to the CEO.
Perfect. Yeah. I like that example. Very good pronunciation. Very good example. Let's go to Sylvie.
Shade.
Yeah.
Shade.
Shade. Look at this.
An area that is dark and cool under or behind something, for example, a tree or building, because the sunlight does not get to it.
What do you
Okay.
understand?
It's like like the movie. I know. No. Let me think because I get confused. I thought like it was something like shadow.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one.
Yep.
Shadow and are synonyms. Exactly. Yes. When you were talking, probably you were talking about the movie, no? 50 Shades.
Yeah, shadow. No.
So what? Because it's a different. Yeah, I thought you were talking about that one. That was a different shade.
No.
So what? What shade are you talking about?
I forgot the name of this actor. Johnny Depp.
Okay.
But the name of the movie was something with shadow. Shadows.
Oh,
I don't
dark,
remember the name. Yeah, Dark Shadows or something like that.
That's correct.
No, 50 Shades. No.
I thought you were talking about 50 Shades.
That's a good example.
No, actually, that's a very bad example because this shade, the Christian Grey shade, is a different shade.
Okay.
Yes, when you're talking about colors, when you're talking about like a blue that is sky blue and a blue that is dark blue, that's a different shade. This one is about the sun, and your example was better. Shadow was the one.
Okay.
Very good.
It's like when there is so much light, or I don't. Let me think about an example.
Okay.
And depending on the hour, shades can be in different positions.
Good. Exactly. Very nice. Shade can change positions depending on the hour. I like it. Good example. Good example. That's it, guys. This is the last word. And pay attention to the collocations. Okay. Pronunciation, help me, Robert.
Beneficial.
Yes, exactly. Beneficial.
Beneficial.
Improving a situation, right? Having a helpful or useful effect is when something is positive to something else. I need you to pay attention on the collocation or the chunk. What word goes together with beneficial? So, what is the chunk?
How could it be beneficial too? What is the chunk?
Do you need help?
Beneficial too?
Exactly. The connector to is a chunk. Every time you say beneficial, you need the connector to. It's impossible to say beneficial with, beneficial about, beneficial, any other connector is incorrect. To. See? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Save money is beneficial to the future.
Save money. What happens when you have a verb at the beginning of a sentence? We saw that in the previous level. You cannot start a sentence with a verb.
Maybe if you save money.
Yes.
If you save money. No.
No, but your example is correct. You only need to change the sentence. You cannot change the verb. You cannot start a sentence with a verb because the structure is person verb complement. You started with a verb.
Yes, in the first example, yes.
Precisely, this is your example. Don't change the example. Correct the example. If you start a sentence with a verb, you need to transform this verb into a noun. How do you do that?
If you with verb to be?
Nope. That's not a noun. With a ing. You transform a verb into a noun using ing. When the verb is at the beginning of the sentence, you need to use it as ing.
If you saving money.
Start the sentence. First example.
First example, I said save money, no? Saving money.
Exactly. That's not a noun now.
And what saving money is beneficial for the future, no? Or something like that. For future, for. No, saving money is beneficial to future.
What future? Or whose future? What future or whose future?
To your future.
Exactly. Complete idea.
Saving money is beneficial to your future.
That's correct. Much better. Very good. Take a note on that correction because that's super important. In the previous example, you committed the same mistake. So
yeah.
take a note, okay? Good example, guys. This is your vocab. This is definitely extra vocabulary for the reading section, but it's a nice thing to have because we have some extra words. Take a screenshot, take a note while we pass with Jessie to pass attendance. Jessie, let's go.
Thank you. Good night.
Hello, girl.
Hi. Is here Mike?
Nope, absent.
Robert?
Robert, yes.
Here.
Yes. Hi, Robert. Thank you. Rafael?
Here.
Yes. Thank you, Rafael.
Yes.
Good night.
Hello.
Silvana? Hi.
I'm here.
Thank you, Sil. Good night. Isaac?
Thank you to you. Good night.
Here. Hello.
Hi, Isaac. Thank you. Good night, everyone. So that's all.
That's all, girl. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
You too, girl. Very good, guys. I collocated some examples for some of them. The chunk, the cookie over here, right? The cookie over here, and the level of the words. All of these are very advanced words, very important words. Any question? Okay, let's start then. We are going to go through the reading. Everybody will read one paragraph. Make sure to pronounce everything correctly. If not, we are going to check some pronunciation. Introduction, help me, Rafa, let's go. Let's start with you.
Okay, video games are good for you. For years, video games have been criticized for making people more antisocial.
Again,
Overweight.
what has video games been?
Sorry?
What have video games been for years?
Criticized.
Kinda. How do you pronounce the ed when the verb ends in
Criticized.
S? Yeah. One more time.
Yeah, sorry.
Good.
Okay.
No problem.
Again?
No problem. Yes.
For years, video games have been criticized for making people more antisocial, overweight, or depressed. Depressed, sorry.
Exactly.
But now, researchers are finding that games can actually change us for the better and improve both our body and mind.
Right. Very good, man. Very good. Continue, Isaac.
Sure. Games can help to develop physical skills. Preschool children.
Again. What can games help to?
To develop.
Pronunciation.
Develop.
Kinda. The stress in the word is different.
Okay. Develop.
Stress in the second.
Develop. Develop.
Exactly. Develop.
Okay.
Exactly.
Develop.
One time.
Okay. Games can help to develop.
Stress.
Develop Physical skills. Preschool children who played interactive games, such as the ones available on Wii, have been shown to have improved motor skills. For example, they can kick, catch, and throw a ball better than children who don't play video games.
Again,
I study. Yes.
What can they catch? No, kick, catch, and throw?
A ball.
Ball, exactly. Watch out! You said ball.
Okay, a ball.
Yeah. So
Better
one more
than.
time.
Yes.
What's the example?
For example, they can kick, catch, and throw a ball better than children who don't play video games. A study of, I don't know, surgeons.
Yeah, that's right.
What is surgeons? Well,
Okay, a surgeon is a person who makes medical incisions.
Okay, I get it.
Yes. That's a surgeon.
Okay, a study of medical surgeons who do microsurgery in Boston found that those who play video games were 27% faster and made 37% fewer errors than those who didn't.
Okay, let's check this part.
Yes.
What did the study of surgeons who do microsurgery do?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yes. What did a study of surgeons who do microsurgery do? What did a study of surgeons who do microsurgery do?
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
I am asking about information about the text.
Okay.
You were reading about a study of surgeons. A study of surgeons who do microsurgery.
Yes.
What did they do? No, what did it do? Because it's a study. What did it do? According to the text. No? Check this out. If I ask you, what do you do? I am asking for what?
For the action?
For the action. So what was the action of this study?
I'm not sure. Maybe they study who do in Boston found that. No, no, I don't get it.
Well, the verb is found.
Okay.
You need to slow down on your reading only to understand.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason I am giving emphasis in here because you said found. Found exists, but it's a different verb. Transition.
Oh, sorry, my internet was unstable, but
let me repeat.
Yes.
The reason I am giving emphasis to this is because you pronounced found.
Okay.
And found is a different verb.
Okay, okay.
What is the pronunciation of the verb of the past of find?
No, I don't remember.
Really?
No, I find.
Okay, find is in present and in past.
Found. Oh, yes, found.
Yes. I'm going to show you what you said. You said found as a verb is similar to say call.
Okay, okay.
So found exists. This is not found.
This is found, right?
Yeah, much better. So let's read again with comprehension. What did a study of surgeons do?
Found that those who played video games were 27% faster and made 37% fewer errors than those who didn't. Vision is also improved, particularly telling the difference between shades of gray. This is useful for driving at night. I don't know the pronunciation. Piloting a
Yes,
plane.
that's correct.
Piloting a plane or reading X-rays.
Exactly. Good. Good. Can you explain what you read?
Yes, I think.
Actually.
Well, I understand that based on some studies made by surgeons, it is evidence that children that play video games can or have some skills more developed than other children who doesn't play video games.
Good. Excellent. How can it be helpful?
It's in the last part. For example, driving at night, piloting a plane, or reading X-rays.
Good. Excellent. All right. Good job. Let's go now with Sylvie. Sylvie, continue reading paragraph number 3.
Okay. Games also benefit a variety. How do you pronounce this?
Let's go over here. Symbol, how do you pronounce this? Yeah,
variety.
Excellent.
Variety.
Variety.
Separate 3 syllables.
Variety.
Exactly.
Variety.
No, 4 syllables. Variety.
Variety.
Exactly.
Variety.
She speaks super fast. Variety.
Yeah.
There are 4 syllables.
Variety. Okay.
Action.
Variety. Games also benefit a variety of brain functions, including decision making. People who play action-based games make decisions 25% faster than others that are less accurate, according to one study. Accurate.
The pronunciation was correct. Exactly, accurate. But that's not my question. My question is, who play action-based? No.
People.
No, that's not my question. Sorry. What is the contrast between people who play action-based games and the other people?
The people who play action-based games make decisions 25% faster than others.
Very good. And
are no less accurate.
That's right. Much better.
Okay, according to one study, it was also found that the best gamers can make choices and act on them up to 6 times second, 4 times faster than most people. In another study by researchers from the University of Rochester in New York, experienced gamers were shown to be able to pay attention to more than 6 things at once without getting confused, compared with the 4 that most people can normally keep in mind.
Sorry, what is the past of compare?
Compared?
Much better. Can you repeat that part again?
Yeah, compared with the 4 that most people can normally keep in mind.
Nice.
Additionally, video games can also reduce gender differences. Scientists have found that women who play games are better able to mentally manipulate 3D objects.
Very good. Excellent. Tell me what are the benefits of video games?
Based on the paragraph, the benefits are that people who play video games can make decisions faster, and are let me think. And they can do many things without getting confused.
Good.
And it can also it can be helpful for women because there exists a little bit differences between women and men according to the, I don't remember the word, like coordination.
Okay. Can be, that's not in the text.
I know. No, yeah. But the last part says that scientists have found that women who play games are better able to mentally manipulate. I know. That manipulate. Sorry. That was my.
That
was me.
A little cloud, exactly. That was input from you, but exactly that was the thing. Good, no problem. Very nice, very good job. Let's now continue with Robert.
There is also evidence that gaming can help with psychological problems. At the University of Auckland in New Zealand, researchers asked 94 young people diagnosed with depression to play a 3D fantasy game called Sparks, and in many cases, the game reduced symptoms of depression more than conventional.
Again, what did the games reduce?
What did the depression?
That's not the part that it reduced. What did the games reduce?
The depression with depression, the game reduced symptoms.
Exactly. What symptoms?
Symptoms of depression.
Again?
Symptoms of depression.
Okay, be careful because when you have of, you normally say or. And that's a different word.
Okay. Symptoms of depression.
Okay.
Symptoms of depression more than conventional treatment. Another research team at Oxford University found that decrease shortly after exposure to something very upsetting in the experiment, a feeling of traumatic scenes of injury, and that was used and actually prevent people having disturbing flashbacks.
That's correct. What is another benefit of video games, Robert?
Another. How can I say, to reduce the traumatic scenes and the sometimes the upsetting or the upset.
The upset. Upset is an adjective. You cannot say the upset.
Upsetting.
Upsetting is an adjective. You cannot say the upsetting.
Upset is angry, no?
That's why you cannot say the upset. Fix your sentence. What can it reduce?
Okay, reduce the traumatic scenes of injury and death.
Okay.
And prevent the disturbing flashbacks.
Okay. But you are copying too much information from the reading. What else? What happened to upset? That was a natural idea from you.
Reduce the upset. What you can have, okay. Upsetting is reduced?
Upsetting is reduced. Upsetting is, you cannot use an adjective at the beginning of a sentence. The adjective cannot be a subject. Upsetting is a description.
It's a feeling of like you are frustrated.
Frustrated. Dead. Exactly. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. We need to fix that structure because we need to know how to use the word. Of course, you know what is the definition, but you need to know the application of the word. Okay? Especially in this level, one of the main activities that we need to do is the ability of paraphrasing. In this case, now it's time to paraphrase. Okay? Therefore, your words need to paraphrase what you read in the text. Also, you could have talked about the depression, what is the positive thing on depression, etc. So we have much information that we can speak about. Okay, let's stop over there. We are gonna meet tomorrow with the new topic. Have a very good day. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Okay, bye.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye.
See you, teacher.
Bye, guys.